Imagine a city where the streets are paved and lit by lamps at night, while London and Paris are still mired in mud and darkness. A city with over 70 libraries, housing hundreds of thousands of books, when a king in Europe might boast of a collection of a few dozen. This wasn't a fantasy. This was Cordoba, in the heart of Al-Andalus, in the year 985. Let's step back in time. The air in Cordoba is thick with the scent of jasmine and spices from the bustling souk. But inside the city's grand library, another scent dominates. The smell of aging parchment and ink. Here we find a young student, Ahmad ibn Musa. He's not poring over religious texts or poetry, but something far more revolutionary. In his hand is a copy of Al-Khwarizmi's groundbreaking work, Kitab al-Jabwa, the book that will give the world algebra. Ahmad isn't alone. This wasn't a world of isolated scholars. At the table next to him sits Yusuf, a Jewish intellectual, and across from them, Father Enrique, a Christian monk visiting from a distant monastery. They aren't rivals. Here, in the pursuit of knowledge, they are partners. Cordoba was a crucible of cultures, a place where the collective wisdom of the ancient world wasn't just stored, it was supercharged. The works of Aristotle, Plato, and Euclid, lost too much of Europe, were translated, debated, and expanded upon by Muslim, Jewish, and Christian minds, side by side. What problem has captured Ahmad's attention so intensely tonight? He's wrestling with the movements of the planets, trying to create a model of the heavens that's more accurate than anything that has come before. But the old ways of calculating, using Roman numerals, were hopelessly clumsy. Imagine trying to do long division with letters like X, V, and I. It was a mathematical nightmare. But Ahmad has a secret weapon, a concept that had traveled from India through Persia and into the heart of the Islamic world. A symbol for nothing, a placeholder, the number 0. Look at the equation. Ahmad scribbles on his wax tablet. 10x squared minus 100 equals 0. It looks simple to us now, but at the time, it was a quantum leap. 0 wasn't just a symbol for emptiness. It was the key that unlocked the full power of the decimal system. The Arabic numerals, which we use today, 1, 2, 3, and so on, became infinitely more powerful with the inclusion of 0. It allowed for elegant, efficient calculations that were previously impossible. This wasn't just an abstract game for mathematicians. The impact was immediate and profound. Thanks to 0 and the new field of algebra, word that comes directly from algebra. In Al-Khwarizmi's book title, the world began to change. Astronomers like Al-Battani could now calculate the length of the year with breathtaking precision. Doctors, guided by the encyclopedic asterisk canon of medicine, asterisk by Ibn Sina or Avicenna, could measure drug dosages accurately, creating sophisticated prescriptions that saved lives. Engineers could design complex irrigation systems, turning arid landscapes into lush gardens and feeding a growing population. Father Enrique leans over, a look of marvel on his face. A beautiful number, Ahmad, he says, pointing to the slate. I remember my days struggling with a clunky abacus. Now, Even a merchant in the market can calculate his profits in seconds. Yusuf, the Jewish scholar, nods in agreement. It's more than a number. It is a new way of thinking. This rational, logical approach helped us solve the irrigation problems for the farms outside the city walls. In that moment, under the soft glow of the library's oil lamps, Armand realizes he's part of something vast. A golden chain of knowledge stretching back to the ancient Greeks and extending far into a future he can yet imagine. The sciences flourishing in Cordoba, from algebra and astronomy to optics and medicine, were like a lighthouse, casting its beam across a dark sea, destined to illuminate the entire globe. As dawn breaks over the city, Ahmad closes his book and steps outside. He looks up at the magnificent great mosque of Cordoba, its forest of double-arched columns, a symbol of the architectural and artistic genius of his time. Today, that building is a cathedral, a testament to the shifting tides of history. But the innovations born within its city walls, the ideas nurtured in its libraries, have proven to be far more enduring than stone and mortar. So what is the real, lasting legacy of this golden age? It's not just the beautiful buildings or the preserved ancient texts. It's the very tools we use to understand our world today. Think about it. Modern mathematics, the language of science and technology, is built on the foundations laid by scholars like Al-Khwarizmi. The Arabic numerals you use every day, and especially that powerful little zero, are their gift. Without zero, there would be no binary code, no computers, no smartphones, no digital age. The word algebra itself is a direct echo from that library in Cordoba. Consider the hospital, the idea of a publicly funded institution with professional staff and separate wards to isolate patients with contagious diseases wasn't a modern invention. The first true hospitals were established in cities like Baghdad and Cordoba, setting the template for the healthcare systems we rely on today. And next time you look up at the night sky, remember the astronomers of the Islamic Golden Age. When you hear names like Aldebaran, Betelgeuse, and Altair, you are speaking Arabic. These star names are direct transliterations from the astronomical catalogues meticulously compiled by scientists who used algebra and zero to map the cosmos. The light that shone from Cordoba wasn't just a flicker. It was a beacon that reignited learning in Europe, helping to spark the Renaissance and the scientific revolution. It's a legacy woven so deeply into the fabric of our modern world that we often do uneven see it. It's in our phones, our hospitals, and the very language we use to describe the universe. It's a powerful reminder that knowledge knows no borders, and that the greatest progress happens when different cultures come together, not to clash, but to build something new. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey back in time fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories about the history that shaped our world. See you next time.